Hello, fellow thinkers. I have a thought experiment for you today that I just was thinking about, and it might help clarify the antinatalist argument. Again, antinatalism being the proposition that bringing life into the world, because life contains suffering, certainly, that this would be a harm to those brought into the world. Therefore, it would be morally incorrect. It would be reprehensible. So here's a thought experiment that might clarify this argument a little bit more. So let's imagine that you wake up, you find yourself alone on a small desert island. There's everything you need there. There's coconuts, there's shelter, there's a fresh water, in the middle of the island you can get at. And every once in a while, a fish, whether it's a suicidal fish or whether it's an old fish, will just throw themselves onto the beach. So you have a good source of protein as well if you're a meat eater. You can make your own fire. You figured out how to do that. And there's no hope of rescue. There's no one to rescue you. Let's just have this as a hypothetical. But you can live out your days relatively comfortably, but albeit alone on this island. There's nowhere to go. There's nothing you need to do in particular other than just keep your bodily functions happening. And eventually you will die of something, as we all do. Now that's your situation, and it may take a little while to really grasp the real situation and how it is to be alone like that, whether or not that's something a human being would be able to continue or want to continue. But this is a hypothetical, we want to keep it clear and simple. Now, you have a dream one night, and in this dream, it's foretold to you, it's a very significant dream, that you can just snap your fingers when you wake up in the morning, and when you do that, another human being will be created, but not on your island. So you're bringing life into the world, yes, but not into your world. This being, this person, when you snap your fingers, that becomes, wakes up on their own island, is having the same experience you're having. They have everything they need. They're really not suffering. We're even removing a lot of the suffering part of the argument here. They just happen to be alone, and there's nothing to do other than exist. Now, the question I put to you YouTubers, viewers, is what would be the benefit for you in snapping your fingers? It wouldn't make any difference to your life at all. Practically. Maybe psychologically it would. But for the person you're bringing into being, even if there's a 1% chance that they didn't want that kind of life, you'd have to hesitate or cease and desist from snapping your fingers at all. And the truth is, there's a much greater than 1% chance that they wouldn't want to be there. There's no way to kill yourself on this island either, right? There's nothing sharp. There's nothing you can hang yourself with. So once you're there for the duration. So the question is, the proposition here is, if you think that snapping your fingers would be the wrong thing to do, then why wouldn't that spread out to your regular life right now? Why wouldn't that be a consideration in anybody's life who's considering having children? The world is more complex, yes, and you get to have the children in your life, yes, and it makes your life better for sure. So it starts to really clarify why a lot of people might want to have children. They would say, well, it's for the world, but really it's probably for them, because if they were on the desert island and there was no children, it was just another life somewhere else, they may not snap their fingers. So that's my thoughts for today on living on a desert island and being an antinatalist.